53 years old, and I'm still figuring things out. Things I thought I'd understand by now. Things nobody really talks about. Like, why does my body feel different? Not broken, just unfamiliar. Like I'm learning new rules to a game I've been playing my whole life. I kept waiting for someone to explain it. A manual, a guidebook, something. But there's just silence. So I finally asked my doctor. Sitting in that exam room, trying to figure out how to even start the conversation. So, Doc, things have been different. She didn't flinch, didn't look uncomfortable, just waited. Desire is still there, I told her, but it shows up differently now. Slower, quieter. Sometimes I wonder if something's wrong with me, or if this is just what 53 looks like.
Mike, what you're describing is completely normal. I'm Dr. Maya Collins, and I hear this almost every day in my practice. The problem isn't what's happening in your body. The problem is that nobody talks about it. So let's talk about it, honestly, without shame. After 50, testosterone gradually declines, about 1 to 2% per year. That's normal biology, not disease. Because of that, 3 things typically change. First, arousal takes longer. What used to happen in seconds might now take minutes. Second, sensations feel different. Touch that once felt electric might now feel gentler. Third, recovery time extends. At 25, maybe 15 minutes. At 53, could be hours or even a day.
So, I'm not broken?
You're not broken, Mike. Your body isn't declining, it's adapting.
I kept waiting for desire to just go away. Everyone jokes about it, right? Getting older means less interest, less drive. But that's not what happened. Desire didn't disappear. It just stopped shouting and started whispering. It arrives in quiet moments now. Morning light through the window, stillness before sleep. And I wasn't sure how to listen anymore, because I'd spent decades responding to the shout.
Sexual desire doesn't vanish with age, Mike. That's one of the biggest myths I encounter. Desire evolves. The triggers change. The rhythm changes. But sexuality, it remains very much present. It doesn't disappear. It matures.
Masturbation used to feel automatic, fast, goal-driven, almost mechanical. Stress relief after a hard day, a quick release before sleep. Functional, efficient, routine. But now, it's different, quieter, more personal. Less about destination, more about understanding what still works and how. It's become a conversation with my body. No performance, no expectations, just listening.
That's actually very healthy, Mike. After 50, masturbation often takes on a new role. It becomes a pressure-free way to stay connected to your body. No partner expectations, no performance anxiety, just awareness. It allows you to understand how your body responds now, not how it used to respond, but how it actually responds today. For many men, that becomes a quiet form of self-acceptance.
But Doc, I worried that doing it less meant I was losing it. Like a muscle that atrophies when you don't use it. Is that actually true?
Let me explain what's actually happening. Erectile tissue depends on blood flow. Your penis is a complex network of blood vessels, smooth muscle, and nerve endings. Like any tissue in your body, if you don't use it, you can lose it. Regular sexual stimulation, including masturbation, supports healthy circulation in those tissues. It keeps blood vessels flexible, maintains smooth muscle tone, preserves nerve sensitivity. Think of it as maintenance, not performance, just basic tissue care. Studies show that men who maintain regular sexual activity, whether with a partner or solo, have better erectile function as they age.
So it's not about proving anything.
Exactly. It's about keeping the system engaged.
After 50, a lot of things quietly fall away. Careers shift or end. Kids grow up and leave. The house gets quieter. And somewhere in all that change, you start to wonder, who am I now? Not who I was at 30, not who I thought I'd be, but who I actually am right now. And sometimes, this private moment is one of the few times I still feel fully in my body, not performing a role, not meeting someone else's expectation, just present.
That matters more than most people realize, Mike. Masturbation can reduce stress hormones. It improves sleep quality. But most importantly, it reaffirms that your body is still responsive, still capable, still yours. And that sense of autonomy, especially when so many other things feel outside your control, is psychologically powerful.
But I've also noticed something else, Doug. When I'm tired or lonely or avoiding a feeling I don't want to face, it can stop being a choice. It becomes automatic, reflex, an escape. And afterward, I don't feel relaxed. I feel empty, disconnected, like I used it to avoid something instead of connecting with myself.
This is important, Mike. Masturbation itself isn't harmful. Problems arise when it becomes compulsive rather than intentional. Physically, excessive or overly forceful stimulation can reduce sensitivity over time. When nerves are repeatedly exposed to intense stimulation, they adapt. Over time, this can make it harder to achieve arousal, not just solo, but potentially with a partner too. Psychologically, it can become a way to avoid uncomfortable emotions. Loneliness, anxiety, depression. Your brain craves a quick dopamine release. Masturbation provides that, fast, easy. But if it becomes your primary way of coping, it can increase isolation and delay you from addressing real underlying issues.
So now I ask myself different questions. Not, how often should I do this? But, do I feel relaxed afterward or disconnected? Am I choosing this because I want to or because I'm hiding from something difficult? Is this part of a full life or is it replacing the parts I've stopped showing up for?
Those are exactly the right questions, Mike. The behavior itself isn't the issue. The role it plays in your life is. A healthy sexual practice exists alongside other pillars: social connection, physical activity, mental engagement, purposeful routines. If masturbation is one part of a balanced life, that's healthy. But if it's replacing everything else, that's a signal, not a failure, a signal.
I don't need to eliminate it. I don't need to feel guilty about it. I just need to keep it in its place, alongside movement, alongside connection, alongside purpose, not instead of those things.
Exactly, Mike. A healthy sexual life exists alongside other dimensions of wellness. And if you notice patterns of avoidance, if you're using this to cope with persistent loneliness or depression, reach out to a healthcare provider or therapist. That's not weakness. That's responsible self-care.
Aging doesn't mean losing sexuality. It means listening more carefully, responding more thoughtfully, and approaching this part of myself with the same kindness I'd show a friend.
That's not decline, Mike. That's wisdom.